There were lots of individual plans and certainly master plans where Norman had a big role in the discussions. And he could do things like say that to a developer, well, you know, you're saying you can't do this at 70 feet, but I know you can. And he could say that in a way that the rest of the planning board couldn't because of his knowledge base. And he could ask questions that the rest of us would not even think to ask. So that was all really helpful.
Norman Dreyfuss has been one of the, I think, most vocal and helpful planning board members that we've had, at least during my tenure. He worked so hard on things like the zoning rewrite and made a huge contribution to that project, which has really had impact on the whole county. He's also been really involved in some of our most significant master plans, including Chevy Chase Lake, the Wheaton Central Business District Plan, the Bethesda Downtown Plan, the White Oak Science Gateway, and it just goes on and on and on. And he was very, very critical to each of those projects. He always has been able to come in and talk to us not just about what's a good idea, but what's actually practical and viable. And he always grounds us in that way to help us make sure that when we make recommendations, they aren't just pie in the sky, they are really viable, buildable recommendations.
Norman always has taken interest in the historic stores. The Red Door store, the Darby store, Pool store, those are all owned by parks. And in particular, Norman has always asked, are you going to sell food at these stores? It's really important that you guys have the ability to sell food. And we said, oh, trust us, Norman, it's our goal to sell food. We must sell food. We agree with you. So sadly for us, try as we might in the Department of Parks, we couldn't get a perk, so that meant no food was able to be sold at the Darby store. So Norman goes out there with his wife on a weekend to check it out, and he comes back and he says, we couldn't get a cup of coffee. We couldn't get a sandwich. We couldn't get anything to eat. This is crazy. And we said, Norman, can you help us? And he said, yeah, I can help you. And within a week, Norman Dreyfuss, the director's office, the president of the council, Nancy Florine, the head of DPS, they all got together and they fixed our problem. And we were thrilled. We were so happy, as was the store operator.
I've known him for a long time, and I know that he's proud of everything he's done because he always wants to do good. That's why when I said, as a developer, he's not apologetic for it because he's a good developer. I mean, he's done some great projects all over, and so our lives have intersected, and I'm really happy to call him my friend because I do consider him a friend, and I wish him a lot of luck moving forward, and I think we're going to miss him a lot as he spends more time in Colorado.
We're so grateful again to Norman for his tenacity and his can-do attitude. He just jumps in and helps fix things, and I'm really going to miss that.
He has really devoted a great deal of time and energy in giving back to a community that I think he loves.